What's up, everybody? Welcome for the MA with Marek. This MA is made to celebrate the 4K members on the Facebook group. So congratulations to all the people who joining us on this amazing Facebook group. So today you have Marek with me to answer your question. What up, Marek?
Hey, how you doing, Remy? It's good
Great,
to see
and
you.
you?
Yeah, all's good.
Everything is good. A little bit hot here in Mexico, but yeah, I have my sunglasses. Okay, so I'm good. It's not because I make the party, it's only because I don't have my other glasses. But thank you for joining us, because a lot of people have question for you. So I hope we can answer everything for the peeps. We are on Facebook and YouTube. So guys, if you have a question, it's time. Of course, we can't answer everything, but we are going to try. Okay, so if we can. So Marek, pues yeah, it's not the first time. So the question, it's always the same question. We want more feature, Marek. Every time it's
of course
more feature. People are like, what did you put that? When did you not put that? When they want a lot of feature, but the last update, the new feature was really great. The not repeat was something really asked by a lot of people. No, the new feature are really great. So I think. Can you speak a little bit of what you are doing right now? Are you working on new thing or
yeah?
Yeah?
I mean, yeah, basically, I guess there's some software developer people, like small projects and stuff. They sort of do an update and then they go and work on something else, and then they come back to their music app and they work on it some more. But like I'm pretty much just totally full time on Koala. Like I would say, yeah, more than full time by yeah.
A lot of people didn't know that, because all the time they say, we want to know why the team of Elf Audio didn't answer, but the team is here. It's Marek. Okay. So guys, it's normal. He can't answer every mail you send. Okay, bro.
So yeah, if you're watching and you've sent me a message and I haven't replied in like 2 days, send me another message and I'll respond. Please don't write me a bad review on the App Store. That's like it's damaging to Koala, because then that's how it funds itself. So yeah, please just get in touch. I'm a bit of a scatterbrain, and that's because I'm working on lots of new features, and it's difficult to stay on top. I apologize. I really apologize. But I am working. So, like you said, you asked me what I'm working on, and I like to play my cards close to my chest. I'm doing. There's some like this year is like the year of like big changes for Koala. There's like I really don't want to give anything away. I'll say um, there's one thing which is to do with making it easier or better to get your samples in.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that involves machine learning. There's another thing that is to do with effects. I've mentioned chocolate effects because there's vanilla and strawberry, and that's why I called them vanilla and strawberry, because the chocolate still coming, right? But it's better than just chocolate. um it's going to be quite good. It's not going to be having AUV3 plugins in Koala. I don't know where I stand on that. I feel like, if you want AUV3 plugins in Koala, then maybe you should use AOMs. Like Koala's it's not a door. It's not like a sort of Swiss Army knife. It's like it's got its use, and like I don't know, maybe in the future I'll change my mind, but like
We didn't know, but
really, yeah.
something really important you said, it's the review. Because sometimes people are frustrated and they're going directly to write the review, and they really don't know. When we speak about company like you, when it's only one guy who working on it, it's sometimes it's really bad for the brand. It's really bad for the company when the solution can be found directly with with you, no.
Yeah,
So guys, remember, you are not it's not the place for giving you frustration on the review, bro. So remember that, send a message, but not only to Marek. Sometimes Marek can't answer, and you can join the Discord, or you can join the Facebook group, and sometimes you issue can be resolved because the people from the community have the same issue.
I
So
mean, I guess my thing with it is like a lot of the time someone will write a review because they didn't ask me. I've got this problem. It's usually with Android phones, and it's usually because they're experiencing delay on their headphones because they're using Bluetooth. That's like the sort of not most commented thing or whatever. But like I'm totally available, and I've started having a system on the Koala Sampler website where you can put an emoji next to. I insist that you put your anger level on your support request, so I know that when I see like an angry one, then I will respond to those faster, because
this is a good idea. With an
if you're
emote.
upset, I don't want you to be upset. That's like the main thing. I really like, and this is with the reviews. Like I just feel like I'm apologize. I said I apologize, and I said please get in touch with me straight away. I'll hold your hand, whatever you want. I'll make sure your problem goes away, or I'll give you a refund.
But
Anyway,
sometimes I people right now, I think with the internet it's so easy, to be mad on your keyboard, no. And the thing, sometimes they say something that don't think, that they only give leave the frustration on the keyboard, no.
I mean, people don't write. People don't write. Let's say mediocre reviews. They either want to write a review because they're really happy or because they're really angry. You don't get. I mean, obviously you do get some, but for the most part, like it's someone who's like so happy with it, or someone who's like. I had one today, like a 1-star review of someone writing, "Oh, it doesn't have warp markers like Ableton Live." 1 star, thank you. So I'm really sorry to disappoint him. I guess that Koala, maybe it will have warp markers one day, but Ableton is a company with 200 employees with lots of PhDs. They've got like it's been around for 20 years. It costs like, I mean, the cheapest version of Ableton apart from the free one is like 60 quid, right? or $60, right?
Yeah, something like that.
The real version of Ableton's pretty expensive, so I'm not trying to be Ableton. That would be cool. I mean, I would like it. It would be amazing if it was possible to do like many more of the things in Ableton, but like, yeah.
No, but we know you work a lot. So, guys, if you're watching this video, because a lot of people didn't know it's only you, Marek. So you have to know it's really a small team because it's Marek. So,
Mhm.
guys, have little bit of patience. Sometimes we can answer, but remember, send a message to the community because here we are for answer. Sometimes we can. So remember, send a message on the community. Let's go, Marek. We have the first question from Pete Sasquax. Really easy one. Easy
Yeah.
one. It's an easy one. What the one iOS music application or plugin to made to had made
To have made.
yeah have made yeah sorry what's the one iOS music app or plugin you wish you have made
I
you
mean,
had made
I've got like to be honest, I don't use many, so I'm not very qualified to speak. Like, also I'm a cheapskate. That's why Koala's cheap, because I'm sort of putting myself in the customer's shoes. But like I've got a soft spot for sampler. Obviously, I think everyone does because it's so good. Like SAMPLR. Also, the guy who makes it's like a good friend as well. But it's just it's so genius in so many ways. It's so fluid. You can do so many amazing bonkers things with it. And then the one other app that I've always loved is, it's not a plugin. It's called Tweaky Beat, and I think it's free. I've even written to it's been around for like 10 years or something like that. I even wrote to the guy, said like, can I turn this into a plugin? No response, but like, it's like a small drum machine, and it's the graphics are nothing to write home about, but like, it's so fun. It's like, it's not a game, but it's just like, it's so fun, and the noises it makes are so fun as well. So yeah, I think
okay
those are the
Twiki
two.
bits okay
Yeah.
so maybe with the desktop what's the desktop DST you would most like to see on iOS if you want to transpose Ableton. Maybe you were speaking about Ableton.
Yeah, I mean, I think like, I don't know why they haven't. I'm sure they've I know they've spent a lot of time like looking into iOS and stuff like that, but yeah, I don't know why they haven't sort of thrown down the gauntlet. I guess like, I'll be out of a job when that happens.
Okay.
But like, yeah, I mean, maybe they're not going to make Ableton Live and they're going to make something else, but yeah, like that would be amazing. As for plugins, like, I think I bought one plugin before, which is it's the people that make the
Okay.
comp or something like that. I got this one called Tube, and it's a tube tape emulator, and it's amazing. But
Okay.
I like the plugins in Ableton. I mean, the ones that are built in, they're fine.
Okay. Great. Thanks. It was question from Pete. Let's go. Other question from a Facebook user on the chat. Who is your favorite rapper? It's question, bro. You have to ask one.
Like, you're gonna hate this answer, because like, basically, like, I always found the rapping bit of hip hop like, well, I wouldn't say annoying, but like, I'm not like a words person, so I like the music or whatever. But like, when I was growing up, I would say like, yeah, probably the number one was KRS-One. Like,
Okay.
I really got in me, but like, I couldn't tell you what the songs are about because I just don't really listen to the words. Some of them's like obvious,
Oh,
but like,
KRS one. It's a good one. It's a good
yeah,
one.
yeah.
So
And
you're good.
and,
You're good.
and also, I guess I don't know what they're called, but the people in the Far Side, I got a lot of time for them. I really like the sort of, yeah, I guess like non
Okay.
gangster sort of thing. Like, I really got on with them a lot.
Okay.
But yeah, there
So
you
maybe you UK producer because Larry, I think is the same person. Who is your favorite UK producer? So producer,
go. I mean, like, I guess it's not in the sort of hip hop realm, but like definitely sampling is Fortet. Like, I'm just mad
Okay.
about Fortet.
I listen a lot of people speaking about this group, the
Yeah,
band. I
one
never heard the track.
one
Fortet.
person. Yeah, like
Ah,
I
it's one
definitely.
person.
Yeah. I've
Ah,
written
okay.
to him a few times, or his management a few times, and I've like spoken to people who know him, because I want him to try out Koala and give me some like feature requests, because like he's a person who, like, he's just a master of sampling, and
Mm-hmm.
I love him and Madlib. They even work together. Like, I've got
Okay.
the poster. So yeah, yeah. For
Okay. Great. Great, Marek. Great, great, great. What's your thought on adding ADSR onto Koala?
So ADSR is like very easy to program for me. The thing with it is it's it's only a little bit more useful than an AR, which is what we've got, attack and release. And like, I mean, the sort of main thing you would use it for is if you had like a very short loop and you're trying to make a synthesizer. Like, if you're going to use like a vocal sample, or like any kind of sample, like, you really don't need that sustain and the sort of decay and sustain. Like, there's like there's not no need for it, but it's like it's not that useful. So yeah, like that's complicated. And also, like, synthesizers made with short loops do sound pretty bad. I think I would like to do it if I could work out a way of putting it in the UI without cluttering things, and that's like the main reason I haven't done it. But secondly, it's because I haven't seen a good use for it.
Okay, great. Thanks, Benjamin, for your question. Boom clap. Question from Boom clap. When can we see Marek participating in a flip challenge, bro? Okay.
I haven't got enough time to have breakfast. Like, I definitely started, like, once I downloaded the sample, and I had to go for like 3 or 4 minutes, and I was like, I've made something really shit. and then that was the end of it. Like, but yeah, I would love to, but I don't like, I don't even make any music now. Like, but yeah, like, I so want to do it. I think, it would be really good for me to get really deep with Koala and get
So
frustrated by
you
all
you
the.
you 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 have to try with a secret identity.
Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I would definitely do that. Yeah, definitely.
We had a lot of things like that on the group with Ginger Space.
Yeah,
We was at the one, the AV and Ginger
yeah,
and boyfriend and girlfriend. So it's crazy.
amazing.
Maybe okay. So we don't know. Maybe soon a newcomer
Yeah,
coming on. We don't know. But Boom Clap, remember, you have to choose. Oh, you have Marek making music, or Marek improving the application, bro. So what do you want?
yeah.
Sorry, I prefer to have more thing on the application. Sorry, Marek, to be selfish.
No,
But
it's
yeah.
fine. It's
Okay. Other question from iPad Beatmaking. Any chance for a Koala sound kit preset so we can have drum kit that we can recall and share them outside of Koala songs format?
it's it's definitely in the pipeline. I
Okay.
don't want to talk too much about it, but like, there's I've worked out the format of it, and it's basically um you can just sort of export a bank, because a bank is 16 pads, and yeah, you'd be able to load the bank in, or you'd be able to, like, basically pick a song and then load a bank from one song to another. But yeah, it's coming. It's definitely very much on the way.
Mhm. Definitely, definitely. Okay, so let's go for other question. Oh, it's a hard one. It's from ADG. Marek, are you ready?
No,
Yeah. You want to wait because ADG have some kind of question, high
no.
level question. You
Mhm,
have
mhm.
to. The first one. What's the one feature Koala doesn't have that you really want and haven't been able to add yet?
So basically, I've got so many features I want to add. Like, I've been thinking about it for like 3 years. Like, there's so many features I want to add, and I kind of don't want to say all of them, because or any of them really, because I want them to be surprises when I release them. But that's a really bad answer. But like one that I don't know if I can do. I haven't got a plan for it yet, but I would love it to have a looper or some way of working with loops or live looping, because I love live looping. Maybe that's a different app or something like that. But yeah, I would love to do that. I would also like. I had this dream about, like Koala 2, where you've just got Koala open, and then you zoom out, and like Koala gets smaller and smaller on the screen, and there's loads of koalas, and they're all on tracks in a door, like all lined up. So
Wow.
yeah, there's that. I think I'm definitely going to try and put some sort of like a flux capacitor
Hmm.
into Koala. Like I don't know what it will do, but I mean obviously it will make the sound much better, but it will look cool. So
Okay.
yeah, I'll go with flux capacitor.
No, great answer. Good question and great answer. So, other question from Benjamin. What's your feeling on improving the sequencer on Koala?
Yeah, like I really want to improve the sequencer on Koala. Like there's definitely sort of in the pipeline, there's definitely, sort of song mode type things or whatever. But I guess the problem I've got with it all is I don't want it to be a retrofit. I don't want to sort of like jam a song mode in. I want it to be part of how Koala works. And like I don't want to add another tab. And like, yeah, I guess I'm still thinking about that. But I have a concept. It's just a case of spending some time on it. And I have a list of priorities, and I'm really trying to stick to them. And I think, like, I was talking to Remy about a feature that I'd sort of started working on, and I just decided I've got to can it because I've got to stick to the priorities. And like the song mode, or well, sequencer is like quite high up on the list of priorities, but there's some pretty huge things in the way. But they'll get done. Yeah.
Everything on time. Don't worry. Don't worry. Other question from He Grind. So the question is there a chance we get smaller minimum amounts on the filter pitch and vibroflange setting when it's put on hold?
Yeah, I mean, like I'm just gonna write that down. Min amounts on effects. Yeah, like yeah, definitely. I think that's like a mapping thing. I also find it a little bit frustrating. So it would be good to make that a bit smaller. I think the distance that you move your finger would be the same.
Mhm.
The effect would be less at those points. So there'll
Yeah,
be like a dead area in the middle.
to be honest, maybe on the vibro flange, but the filter or the pitch to me is really, I think, really sensible. It's really good. The sensibility is really good. Maybe it's for the crush or the other, yeah, the like the distortion. It's too much distortion on directly, but
Yeah.
it's my opinion. So yeah, he grind. Maybe we are looking on that. Other really interesting question from Too Heavy. Look at that. Uh, you want to know if the survey was helpful in deciding what feature to focus on.
Yeah, absolutely. Like it sort of made my priority list. I would say I didn't I was sort of more looking at what people's problems were rather than like I mean I did ask like what's a feature that you would want, but that I just thought I might as well ask that. But it's really about trying to find out what are the problems, like what are the problems of people are having of like, you know, finishing what they're doing with it, and like yeah, so it was extremely helpful, and I keep going back to it, and I've sort of made a plan sort of based on that. Like it's not like a healthy thing to be like totally reactive to your users, because it's good to have like a vision or whatever. But yeah, it's been really helpful, and maybe also it sort of validated a few of my own ideas and plans and stuff. So but yeah, it was really, and it's like I've got to say, it's so amazing that so many people responded to it. I think something like 500 people wrote something.
Wow,
Yeah, yeah,
great. I wasn't know that for to be honest, because sometimes I put thing on the Facebook group and I don't have a lot of reaction. So I'm really happy to hear that, because it's that if you want to be here, you have to answer some survey, or just give some comments. It's really important to the research of development and everything, no. So it's really really cool. Thanks everybody who participate to the survey. Awesome. 500, really great. Yeah, it's more than 10% of the group. And remember, it's really good, because usually they say that on internet, if you have 10% of the audience, it seems you are doing really really good. So it's great. It's really great. One more question from, I don't know if it's a question. Yeah, it's a question from iPad Beatmaking. Any chance of the sequences being able to send out their MIDI to another app? Say, for instance, I'm using Koala as AUV3. So to sending MIDI information to the DAW from the sequence.
Yeah, I guess the main problem with it is that the way that the keyboard thing works in there. So you have like, let's say you have a sequence where there's like some pads pressing, but you have one pad that you've got a melody on, like, using the keyboard button. There's no parallel in MIDI for that scenario. Like Koala plays out, it uses the pitches in MIDI to say which pad you're on, and then there's a second dimension of like which keyboard note you're on, and MIDI doesn't do that. So like, whilst I would like it, the only way I can think of is to have 64 channels of MIDI, but you can only have 16 channels of MIDI. So I don't really know how to do it. If you have an idea, cool. Like, I know a lot of people sort of suggested ideas, and like most of the ideas have been, unfortunately, have a problem with them. So yeah, it's difficult to know. I mean, I would like to do it, but yeah.
Okay, so you answer iPad Beatmaking. Okay, other question from Benjamin. What's your favorite feature you have made or making in Koala so far? What's your favorite one?
I'd say like the time stretch, because it sounds good, and like I guess because it's not there, like no one really knows about it, but it's got so many more features, and I would love to go back to it and and do some more stuff. Like, you can do all the sorts of warping and stuff like that. Like I'd love to go back to it. But yeah, I would say definitely the time stretch. It's really fun.
Yeah, the time stretch, to be honest, is my favorite feature since I got it. I tried the time stretch on Logic, the Ableton's time stretch, the Serato one, and to be honest, for me, it's the less distortion that all.
Oh, thanks.
The time stretch is really really great. It's not because you're here. I tried on a lot, and I'm a big user because I love to use big loop. I'm not a shopper, so for the people like me who are not really a shopper, I really enjoy the time stretch. I only have to find my perfect loop on the time, no, on the beat. I mean, I can adapt it on house, on trap, on everything I want, only with stretch. So to be honest, is for me the best. So a user asks something, but I think I have the answer. Any chance to separate effects? For example, have the compressor on hold all the time, but the rest will respond to gesture and not stay on hold. Thanks.
Oh, basically, is that a question of like whether
like he stay on compressor, but he can change other thing without the
hold? Yeah.
I think the only way maybe is Koala effects, no, Marek?
Yeah, I mean, I could add that extra button, like how Koala effects works with the like holding clear, but I guess the problem I've got with that is it's 2 buttons, so it's a little bit more complicated. But I have been thinking about it, and I think I will do it. It's just
the other things you have to use other application. You can make this really on Koala. You have to use, for example, AUM, no, with the Koala effects, so you can have the Koala effects and the Koala at the same times. But yeah,
I would like it to make it really easy, so you wouldn't have to use AUM and stuff like that. But like I think Yeah, I will add that feature, like in Koala effects, where you can hold some and not others. Maybe it'll be like an optional feature that you can turn on. I don't know. We'll see.
Okay, great. Other question from Kim Eroma, Ghost Note Music. So, would it be possible to have their user be able to lock the orientation to portrait or landscape view in the AUV3 for hosts like Cubasis?
I mean, you can. I think. I mean, well, with like, did it say AUM? Like, you know, in AUM, you set the window size to whatever window size you want. Um, with Cubasis, I think you can't choose the you can't just freely make the window size whatever size you want. But I mean, like, I definitely don't want to have a thing where there's a landscape box with a portrait koala, because it makes it so small you can barely touch the buttons. So like, I know people like 4x4 grids of buttons, but like it doesn't make any sense usability wise, and like, so I wouldn't want to do that, you know, to make a tiny koala on the screen.
Okay.
So
No?
yeah.
Great answer. Great
Mhm.
answer. Other question from Supa Dupa. Would
Mhm.
you ever consider making Koala a plugin for hardware like MPC Lives?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if they would let me put it on the MPC Live, maybe, because it's kind of better. But yeah, maybe, like, or maybe like the effects or something like that could be cool. I don't know how it works. Like, I guess you have to like pay them loads of money to let you put it on there or something. I don't know, but yeah, that would be cool. I never really spoken to anyone from like Akai or Roland or whatever. So yeah, that would be really interesting.
We never
Like.
know.
Mhm.
Okay. So it's good because it's come with the other question from Chinchin Ray.
Huh.
When the Koala version for Raspberry and Arduino coming?
Yeah. Okay. Well, there is a Raspberry Pi version. It's like it's not very reliable, but it's you can definitely get it. Like if you message me, I'll send you the link to it, and we can work through it or whatever. But like it's um yeah, I guess it's Raspberry Pis are a bit not that easy to use. So I will help you set it up, and maybe that experience will help me make it better. But I guess there's not a huge amount of demand. But Chin Chin Ray, if you want to do it, give me a shout, and I'll help you
Is
get
here.
it working.
He has other question. Marek, is there a hardware sampler brand contacted you for collaboration?
No, not at all. Like I've never, like I said, like just said, I've never heard from like Roland or MPC, like Akai. I guess they've got nothing to say to me, you know. Like what can we say? But I definitely did talk a lot to the Bird Kids guys, or like the one person I know there. It's not like sampler hardware, but it's like controller or whatever. And yeah, he's they're really nice, and they're sort of quite into Koala. I have been speaking to not like a sampler company, but maybe similar to a company that makes something that's a little bit like hardware. No, it is hardware. It's a little bit like a sampler. That's what I mean to say. And yeah, sort of got a good relationship with them. Maybe we're doing a collaboration right now, but it's not a hardware one.
Great. So, Supadupa is asking about your hat. Where you can find your hat?
I can post you one. Like I don't sell them, but I had 20 made. So one's got your name on it, man. Like
Supadupa, send a
send me your
message.
address. I'll post you one. No
Supadupa,
problem.
send a message on Twitter, and we are going to watch that. Okay, great. Oh, okay. So are you ready? Because other question from ADG, and
Uh,
this guy have a great question. Yeah. So other great one. Do you see Koala as your end game app, or do you want to move into something else in the future? Ooh, do you?
yeah, that's a real question.
I
Like
tell you.
like so many, like when I started Koala, it was supposed to I was supposed to work on it for 3 months and then work on another app and then another app and then another app every 3 months. And I just never stopped working on Koala. It's been 3 years now. I would love to work on other projects as well, but now I don't think I can sort of give up Koala. But I would love to do something else as well. Like maybe there'll be some point where I can get some help, like sort of technically, which will let me work on more other things. And if I can grow the business, not massively growing yet, but like if I can do that, then that means I'll be able to work on other things too. And I would love it if Koala could sort of be part of it, or it could be an evolution of Koala, or like Koala's inside something bigger, or maybe I would love to do some hardware or something like that. I don't know. Yeah, there's loads of things. I want to do so many things. But end game, I hope it isn't, but yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Never the hand. We have a lot of more things to accomplish for sure. Other question from Benjamin: Is the paid version of Koala on Mac OS in the pipeline?
I mean, like there's a free version of Koala, and it is the paid one. I mean, the paid iOS one. It's like pretty much exactly the same. Like you can't use it as a plugin. Like I am sort of, like investigating doing it in the Mac, but the problem with it is like it's not really designed to be used with a mouse. I think if I designed Koala to be used with a mouse, it would be really, really different. And it's sort of it would be a little bit sad just to sort of put it as a VST or something like that in exactly the same format, because it's designed for fingers. And also there are actually some upcoming features which I don't think is possible to replicate on a non-mobile device. I don't really want to talk about those, but I don't think you can, like, it would be such a pain in the butt to replicate them on a computer.
Definitely. So what's about Bubbler FM drum machine application?
Oh, the
Bubbler.
Yeah,
Bubble. It was Bubble.
Yeah. That's a shame. Yeah, I don't know. Like, it didn't sound that good though. Like it was quite fun, and it was really fun to make, and it was like kind of like a technical proof of concept. And for a while, I thought FM drum machines are like the coolest thing, but yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll go back to it.
One Facebook guy: imagine just having a rubber sleeve with pad, which you could just put on the iPad and could bang on pad. You think the iPad screen will be able to handle it? If it will be, I guess, like basically placed over the screen, but only touching the pad will touch the actual screen.
Just like putting rubber onto the screen so you can hit it like a.
Okay, yeah.
I guess so. I guess the cool thing would be though is to, like, plug in a pad thing, and then you use the whole screen as interface.
Okay.
I guess the thing that you don't really get with a lot of samplers is like a nice screen. So, but yeah, I sort of get it. But yeah, I think I would rather hit some real big pads. Yeah,
it's a good idea. I never think about that, but yeah, directly on the screen, no, without big issues with the manufacturing and all.
Yeah. Don't try this at home. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we can make something. Okay, so other question from the Discord. Let's go. Other question from the Discord. Is it here? We want more button. It's not really a question. We want more buttons, please.
Everywhere, yeah, cool.
I want more buttons, definitely. So other from Hair, I think is he right? No, Hair Grinda Vic. Hey Marek, haven't talked about adding a chance option to Koala, where you can set probability if a sample get triggered or not.
Yes. Just going to leave that there. Yes, it's come.
Oh,
Maybe it's coming.
woo! Yeah. Did you hear that, bro? Yeah, yeah. It's great. It's like the you punk like this. You make like the lucky, the random shoes. Sometimes it's cool with the, for example, for the arpeggiator of the you can really make some really cool.
I think right now in Koala, it is storing the chance for every note, but it's set to 100%. So it doesn't. There's no way to change the chance, but it does actually do it. Yeah, it's just a case of making the UI.
Yeah, you say, oh no, one. Oh no, yeah, bro, yeah, bro.
Bring it.
It's the reason why he's not making flip challenge, guy. He's working on the application all day, every day. So yeah, definitely. So other question from me, Marek.
Okay.
Did you want to organize this year a new SP44 versus Koala?
Yes, I do. I just
Yes.
want to add a few features just to make sure Koala is better in every way than a SP404 Mark II. The only problem is I haven't got one. I'm not going to get one, so I have to have other people tell me whether it meets that criteria. But yeah, I know the problem, and I think I know the solution. So yeah.
No, man, I'm excited. So
yeah, maybe it's something to do with effects.
Okay,
that's the thing that I always hear is like, I mean, I don't want to compete with SP404 Mark II. I find it quite funny, and I guess they see it as like a benchmark, but it's not really. It's not like direct competition, you know. Like,
no, but I don't know. Since the MK2, people are one more time making the comparison. They are thinking, saying, no, the SP making that. Right. The effect is coolest.
But you're gonna spend like $400 on a box. You love sampling, clearly, if you're going to spend $400 on a box. You tell me you're not going to spend another $5 on an app on your phone for when your boxes run out of batteries. What? Like, I don't see it as competition. Like, I mean, that's the thing that I find funny about the SP404 versus Koala. Like, if I was like obsessed with SP404s, I would definitely buy Koala just because I already like sampling a lot. Like, and it's funny to have a rivalry. And in fact, like, you know, it's like maybe it's good business for me because it creates a lot of emotion for people, positive and negative. But like, yeah, like, but yeah, exactly. SP404 Mark II versus Koala will be like loads of fun, but it's like, so what? Have both. I guess that if you've got Koala, maybe you're not going to go and buy an SP404 because the price difference is very big.
Yeah,
I mean, it's way more money. Like, you know, like you can't really afford it. But the other way, like the amount of, like some people going, like many people go into coffee shops. I don't really do it, and like, you know, buy a cup of coffee for £5. Like,
yeah, in London, Starbucks, no, £5. It's a Starbucks.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I think
crazy.
Yeah,
£5 water, water, bro. Some water with
dirt in it.
One drop of coffee on it. So yeah, I know. But I think it's more about, you know, the branding thing. It's more something like, you know, I'm the best because I got that.
Yeah.
Did you hear something say, oh, I only play on this brand of keyboard, no? Oh, I only play this guitar, no?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it's great. Also, it's very, very great for Roland and stuff. I mean, I am talking out of my ass because I haven't got one. They've never even tried to use it. I think I've seen pictures of it. I've never been in the same room, as far as I know, as the SP404 or a 303. I remember when I was younger, I wanted an SP202 because I always wanted a sampler, but I couldn't afford a sampler. So SP202 I had my eyes on.
Yeah, I wanted the SP202 when I was young because it's real Dr. Rhythm.
Oh, right.
The only reason why I saw that, I said, oh, the Dr. Rhythm.
No, Dr. Sample, no?
What?
Rhythm. I thought it was Dr. Sample.
It's SP202, no?
Yeah.
Dr. Rhythm.
It was Dr. Sample. That's what
Yeah,
I want.
Dr. Sample. I don't remember, but it was like a branding. I speak about like at 12 years old, huh? 12 years old or like 11 years old, no? So I the branding. I speak about the branding.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Roland are really good, I think, since the first time. I'm really good in marketing more than Akai, I think, on this kind of, I think, graphics.
Yeah.
Since the new version of Akai, the live, I think they take it seriously and they're going to make more branding, more marketing
Yeah.
thing. But yeah, we saw that on the show. It's the artist, it's the beat maker. It's all about how many time you dedicate on the tools to be good on it.
Mm, mm.
So we say that SP it's awesome, Koala is awesome. Just learn to use it, and
Yeah.
it's the only thing on everything. Okay, you
Mm,
can buy the most expensive sampler on the market. If you don't study, if you don't work, if you don't practice on it, you are going to make some shit. So
mhm, mhm,
I think it's something really important. It's what I love to me on Koala, because in this world of all the people are consuming more and more and more the new thing is what I like with Koala. Easy, cheap, and every people can use it. If you have a old Android phone, or you have money, you have the last iPhone, it's work
mhm.
on it. And I
Yeah.
think this thing for me is really important today, because it's open to everybody, so everybody are able to make music, no. And I think this part is really important, because I live with that when I was young. I can't afford a KMPC 2000. It was too
Mhm, mhm.
expensive, no. So I was frustrated because I can't make music. So I thinking about the young people right now, the iOS thing, not only Koala, but it's really a luck, more luck for
Mm.
to be able to make music on mobile music. And it's really better, I think, for the world, because
Yeah, yeah,
it's
yeah.
more access, more people can make things.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely. I agree.
What's about the audio effect? They have recently an update, and I seen many not use them in optimized way. Okay, so I
Yeah.
don't know. Yeah.
Well, they're like the input effects. They've got this hidden feature. If you hold your finger down on them for a long time, a slider comes up, so you can change the amount of reverb, or you can change the pitch of the pitch shifter. Yeah, like I've got some more features that I kind of want to hide inside those, and maybe I want to change some, like the more bass and more treble one are kind of like useless. I just thought of that at the very beginning and never really haven't really touched it since. I mean, I could even just get rid of them. I mean, I don't know. Maybe some people use them. I like the idea of them, but yeah, like I want to change some of those effects basically and
Mhm.
make them more fun, and maybe MIDI responsive, so you could actually play something and then it would, act like a synthesizer or something else that could be quite cool to do with robots. Yeah.
Oh, be careful, Marek. We have one more comment, and it's the same. We'll give you 1 star this morning, I think. No, it's not the same because it's not on Brazil, but it's other. You want a tuner who help to detect the set sample to a specific pitch, like C or D. It's pretty the same, no? This morning on Brazil.
Mm.
Yeah. So the pitch, the tuner. Yeah, bro. Oh,
Yeah, I
vocal.
mean,
Yeah.
yeah,
Let's
like
go.
um, I, it's a lot of work to make it reliable. Like if it's just to detect a guitar note, yeah, great. Like it's really easy to write the code to detect a guitar pitch, and say, if it's in tune or out of tune or whatever. But let's say if it was, I don't know, a timpani sound or a bass drum or a snare drum, or like, any number of sounds like a cymbal or a gong, it's just gonna fail all the time. And it's like, why do you even like, put it there? So it's got such a small amount of things that it can be used for, yet it means that every time you load in a sample, everything's going to get slowed down whilst it tries to calculate, basically doing the processing on the sample to find out if it can detect the pitch. So, and like also the other thing I've got to sort of, caveat is someone saying like, oh yeah, I plugged in my saxophone and I played a D and it came up with an F. I just don't want to deal with like people writing me emails saying that the program can't do that. And like, some software companies are really good at detecting the right pitch and the key and stuff, but it's like a difficult problem. Like those companies, they got people with PhDs and they've got a team. And I'm thinking like I could either like spend like a couple of weeks or 3 weeks trying to get the pitch detection working really well, or I could spend that time doing something like much more useful for like so many people. Like, and also the other thing is I really try and encourage people to use their ears to tune. And like I know like
Yes.
say like I've got a problem with like I can't hear the pitch or whatever. And it's like, well, the way you get good at it is by trying. Sorry, this sounds really condescending. I'm sorry.
No. It's good. It's good to
Like play the sample and like play the music you're trying to play with and move the knob and like find a sweet spot. Maybe you'll find the wrong place, but in a good way. You'll discover something new. And that's all like that's like the koala like philosophy.
that usually the most application make that, no, it's the root notes. What say iPad beat making is right. Usually they don't give you the wall, the wall tuner. They only give you the one note, or so at the end it didn't change a lot. So but yeah, I agree with you. Sorry for the dog. Sorry for the dog.
Yeah, maybe I'll put it in, but like it's just it's easy to do like a bad version of it, and it's like a huge amount of effort to do like a really reliable good version of it. And I don't, with any one of me, I really got to be very careful with my time, so that's why I haven't done it.
Okay, a bit changer, Benjamin asked, like 1 bit, 8 bit, 12 bit, 16 bit. You want a bit changer.
That's what the bit crusher is.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, obviously, it sort of maybe it goes straight to 7-bit or something like that. Yeah, that's what bit crusher. I think the bit crusher also has distortion, but like yeah, maybe like a more subtle one could be quite cool, and maybe something like that is coming soon.
Oh, okay. So maybe, yeah, maybe. So people are agree with you, huh? No nonsense, Marek. I like it. Yeah, sometimes we can make everything because we're trying to make. Okay, what's about a built-in song splitter?
Yeah, I'm.
No, man. Today they ask you for everything.
Me, man. Like,
it's the wish list.
Yeah, I mean that would be amazing, but it's like these things run on like full computers, like even like the one that you can do in Ableton. It's like it's difficult to set up. You've got to download a few hundred megabytes of files. It's really complicated. I mean, it would be really cool, and it's the future. I really love all this sort of AI neural network stuff, but it's like it's not a sensible thing to do, shall we say.
Okay. Thanks. Will new effects in Koala also be added to Koala effects?
I don't know. I think the main thing is to get it into Koala, and then hopefully afterwards, I'll put it into Koala effects. That would be cool. Hopefully. But okay. So my answer is I would like that. I think that would be nice.
Okay. So I say, do you know Transcribe Plus? Say this application do it. That does it. Well, that's the splitter. Yeah. We know, bro. We know, bro. We have a but
like,
does it make sampler? We don't know. So it's the thing. Okay. Yeah, everything is a challenge, guys. And the other thing the people forget, Marek, I think, is sometimes you can change everything because you have to be sure it's not making a mess for the rest of the application. No, it's the same. No, when you are making a update, you try to make it tested by a beta tester, because you never know when it's going on the store. No, the issues after that. No, so
I guess the thing is with, I really hate to sort of be pessimistic here, but like, you know, there's a lot of features with, like, I don't know, you could say, Marek, why couldn't you put, you know, isotope quality EQ into Koala for every channel? Like, I could say, like, maybe it's possible if I went back to university for like a few years, maybe did some industrial espionage, and like found out how they did it, and then you know, spent another 2 years writing the software. But like, I know just because it's possible doesn't mean that it's possible for me. So I have to sort of manage the expectations. Like, it would be really nice to have, you know, the best EQ or whatever in Koala, but I have to draw a line somewhere. Like, you know, these companies, they have like hundreds of people working for them, so you know, they've got that resource. Maybe one day I'll have that, but like at the moment, I've just got to do the best things to make the most number of people happy.
We know that, Marek, and it's the reason why every time I make the AMA, I really want to be sure with the people who don't know who is behind the application. Okay, it's only you, so you have to be patient, because he's working on it, and it's really hard to make it. But when you compare, for example, Facebook, look at Facebook. How many people are working on this application? How many people?
It's so terrible.
Yeah, it's terrible. Every week it's something. Sometimes I can upload my video. Sometimes the comment doesn't work. It's a totally mess. Imagine.
It's amazing, isn't it? How, like, I mean, maybe it is really difficult. I don't know. Just it looks like writing on a screen. But yeah. I don't know how they make such a bad job of it. Or maybe I'm just not very good at using it. I was thinking, you know, I haven't read the manual, but like every time I use it, I'm like, why do they do that? Anyway.
No, yeah, a lot. This example is one, because Facebook is the biggest one, I think. One line in the GAFA, it's real. But you know, sometimes I when I saw that other one, same Core Gadget. Look at Core Gadget, bro. Is they update like one time per year, one new instrument, and look at the big group who is Korg. So you know, guys, it's not so easy. So please be patient.
Yeah, and
be
also
patient.
I don't stop like all the time. Like, I don't know, definitely so 12 hours a day. I don't stop. I stop on the weekends, but like I don't stop. Yeah, that's it. I'm going on holiday now, so you know.
People are saying that we love Koala. That's why we are gonna continue to support it.
Thanks a lot.
Mm-hmm. So, other question from Pete. Pete, are the problem you face with Koala now the ones you imagined you would be facing at the outset?
I mean, I didn't think I'd be working on Koala, so yeah, I don't know. Like, it seems like the same kinds of problems. Like the main problems is the sort of like adding any sort of like feature that has sound in it, that the work is just in the UI and making the UI not break. And that's quite frustrating. I think I would do it definitely in a very different way if I did it again. But yeah, it's just the day-to-day problems are the same ones.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, also, like I guess three years later, it's like I guess I'm quite interested in the idea of like evolving it to something. Like obviously keeping what Koala is, but like making it even more of what it is, if that makes sense, and just sort of bringing new lease of life to it.
Other great question from Peter. Thanks, Pete, because you have some really great question. What is there that we as a community could do to make your life easier, support you better? It's something we speak with you a little bit. Remember, I speak with you with the list of the issues, because it's what I said a little bit before that. We have a lot of people on Discord, on Facebook, so sometimes I'm pretty sure you receive some basic question, basic issues. For example, the PO. How many times I saw people, okay, I don't know, Koala is not working, Koala is not working. And no, 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 it's the PO
No, I
thing.
mean, I would say to Pete, thanks. Like, to be honest, like you do so many amazing things. You specifically, and like a bunch of you, like, you put in a lot of graft to help people, and like, I don't know. I feel like it's so lucky that, I mean, I'm so lucky that there's this there's this big community. I don't think, a lot of other sort of apps don't really have this sort of thing or whatever. So I would say, like, it's sort of, you answered your own question. You are doing the things to make my life easier, which is really amazing. Like, and I do get, like, a lot of, let's say, feature requests, or like, and like a lot of the time they are like meaningful ones that I haven't had like a million times before. That's really good. And and like, I go onto the Facebook group and I see like people answering other people's questions about Koala. I'm like, oh, thank you, just saved me like 15 minutes of writing an essay. Or so, like, I'm really grateful for that. Like,
Yeah, the reason why I thought that, no, if you have an issue before, try to ask on the community, and after, if the community haven't answer, you can contact directly Elf Audio on the website, guys. Because if not, it's a lot of email, one more. So yeah, maybe try to ask the community before, and but it's a reason why, Marek, you was really near to the people, near to the community. So it's like because people are supporting it's because
Mhm.
I think it's not only a, customer with a sailor, no, we have really
Yeah.
I think you respect the artist, you respect the musician. So it's like a win-win. It's a win-win. So
Yeah,
people are supporting you because you support the people too at the end.
and I'm happy for people to write to me as well. Like, it's good that they use the group as well. But like, also, I'm very happy to answer the emails. Like, I do. Sometimes I get quite a lot of them, but it helps me understand what's frustrating people, and it does let me see what, like, how people are using it and stuff like that. And I do get some silly ones, like, sometimes, maybe several times a day, but like, there's some good ones as well, some really useful ones. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
appreciate.
yeah. No, no, no. I think it's the same. The world need more thing like that. I think it's more fair. No, sometimes people feel we are only here for paying. No, we are
Mm-hmm.
only a credit card with legs. No,
Mm-hmm.
and the new world, I think, is the new marketing. If you think about marketing, because we whole company, we want all the you think to think more about something more more conscious, something, yeah, something where you really ask to the customer what they want, what they expect, to be real, and not only thinking about marketing and how can I make better ad, better promotion, no?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because look, for example, Marek, I make a lot of promotion for the show here, but you don't make, you only work on making the
Mm-hmm.
application. And this is really important because we speak about Facebook. I'm pretty sure that guy think a lot more of the marketing way of updated the application. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
every time
Absolutely.
they lost people, but they don't give a shit because they are too much, they have too much. But
Mm-hmm.
in the future, I think if they see still like that, every time more and more people are going to left. So I'm pretty sure that. Mhm. When you
Yeah.
are gonna get a koala game, oh no, shit, a koala game. Oh,
Maybe
bro.
maybe there's one in there already. There's definitely an Easter egg. I can't tell you where it is. You have to find it.
Oh,
But like, I've always wanted to do a game, like a sort of 2D platform game in there, where you can kind of, like, your little character can kind of jump all over the samples and the effects and stuff like that. But I didn't know. I was thinking about trying to pay someone to do it, just because I haven't got the time to do it. But it would be so cool. Yeah, Koala Chat's coming, definitely. I'm on the case with that. That'd be so amazing. Like I got this. There's in China that they have like there's this company called WeChat that started out as the company that make like a kind of like a WhatsApp sort of thing for
Yeah, but
China.
for Chinese market.
But then you started being able to pay with the app, and then it had an eBay built into it, then an Instagram built into it, and it's just got everything. And I love the idea of Koala turning into this. It started out as a sampler, but now it's got maps in it for some reason, or like I really like the idea of just bolting on.
Yeah, Benjamin have a lot of ID too, and the Koala community could contribute music to the game. So
Yes.
yeah, bro, is really great. Yeah, why not? Why not? But we don't know. We never know. We never know with you, Marek. This question was a little bit the same, no, as the other, no. What would you like the chance to do, in other audio application? Oh no, another thing than audio application.
So I've got like a lot of concepts. I think the thing that I would love to work on is a looper, because I love live looping. I think it's a really interesting, quite new way of making music. I mean, like it's not that new, but it's like relatively new compared to, let's say, samplers, unless you count Robert Fripp or whatever. But like, I would like to dig into that. I think there's some, there's some really good apps. There's that Loopy Pro, which is sort of insanely deep, and it's got all this stuff. But I think there's like, that's for a certain kind of person, and it's quite expensive. And I would love to do the Koala approach to Looper, or like maybe even, now I've sat with Koala for 3 years. I've got a good idea of how I do things differently. And yeah, that would be so much fun, because I would just be using it all the time. Like I've made a looper that I've got at home, and the idea was just to make something that I could use to like just have fun making music at home or whatever. But it doesn't quite work. But it's got some cool features that I've never seen in another looper. So yeah, hopefully, I would do that one day.
He say, but Koala can loop.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. But I think there's like maybe the looper thing that I work on could fit in with Koala somehow. But I don't know. Yeah, like obviously it can loop, but like the live looping thing where you can like put sounds into it as it's playing and stuff like that would
So
be really...
you have only to make your own technique, but yeah, on live it's really hard to really make hard. But I saw yesterday on the Facebook group a girl I think is from Polonia or from Poland or something like that. She's making music with children. She playing the guitar. Did you see that?
Yeah.
So maybe.
Yeah. She's awesome. She's really good.
See. I ask to her to send me more video. So, what's your favorite book? Have you gotten a copy of Dila Time by Dan Charnas?
I ordered one, but it hasn't arrived. I ordered it like ages ago. I don't know what's happened to it. It like people started getting it in the States, like way before it was available here. But I'm sure it's available here. I need to like chase it up. But yeah, favorite book. Yeah. I like this author called John Fowles. He's like
Fowles.
Yeah, he's dead. But he's quite good. So he made a book called The Magus, which isn't like, it's not about wizards. It's really good. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. Excellent. Any thought on improving the piano roll editing?
Yes, I've got a list. It's definitely on the list. It's like I'm working on like something exciting now, and then I'm doing something a bit boring, and then maybe in that boring stretch I'm gonna do it. And I know it's like frustrating because it's like there's a few things that are annoying. especially on Android phones where the touch, like the hardware in a lot of cheaper Android phones, the touch isn't very accurate. Like compared to the iPhone, even if you spend $1,000 on an Android phone, the touch is like 4 times worse than it is on an iPhone. So there's some work to do around that, and also like there's some features I can add, sort of quite invisible features that will make your life easier. And I know there's bugs as well, and there's like things about making the note longer versus moving the note is like, I know it's frustrating, and there's a few things about that which are to do with like screen size and stuff like that, and I need to play with it a lot and fix some problems.
Great. Look, this question is a lot. The people ask it the same a lot of time. I just downloaded the Koala today. So welcome, bro. Welcome to the Koala gang, Brandon. How do I import my library of drum kit and samples? So look, we spoke a little bit about that sooner. I think the organization of the sample is something the people are really asking for, no? And I have the solution. It's to make your own drum kits. For example, you make like a drum kit boom bap, and you save your Koala project, and every time you open the Koala project drum kit boom bap, it's your kit. So it's a way, because we don't have really
I think this question is maybe it's a slightly more sort of basic question, because they've downloaded it today. It's just about loading a sample. So I think maybe it did say stuff about drum kits, but it's just if you've got your samples in like, it's a bit more difficult if you've got an iPhone. So if you've got them in Dropbox or Google Drive or iCloud or something like that, just go in the menu and press like import audio, and then you can access all your files. Or the little button that says mic in the middle of the sample screen, if you press that and change it to import file, anytime you press a pad, it will open a file picker, and you can choose your files from anywhere on your phone or from the cloud.
Yeah, it's a solution. But I made the template of a lot of things. I have my trap drum. I have my and so I only have to upload my drums, and I change the name, save as the name of the song, and I have my new song. So it's a way too. If you don't want to use your memory, you can stock your Koala project, your drum kit on Google Drive, and you only open your drum kit directly. If you say, but it's really hard, go to the desktop version and you make the same. You create a Koala project, drag and dropping your sample from your desktop, and after that you upload on your Google Drive your drum kit, and you have your world drum kit. Make some template, bro.
I'm going to make all of that a little bit easier. That's part of the boring update.
So
it's going to be a bit easier to do some of that stuff. So.
Wow, one more time, Pete's the best on the question. What's the most unexpected use of Koala you've seen for?
I think like my favorite ever is, I can't remember his whole name, like Omar Solariano or something like that.
Omar Soriano.
He lives in Mexico City, and he made this video. It was on like one of the Beatcast videos. I'll never forget it. He just did this. I think it was like, was it the sort of like live, like performances, or whatever. And he did this thing where he sort of like, I think he had a headset on or something like that, and he was kind of like live looping and playing with Koala, all with his like all noises with his voice, and I love that. I mean, not just like beatbox. It's like
granular.
Album,
granular. He made granular, so he made and he changed the in bass, in a lot of things.
You live, and I just thought like,
He's on the first live session on Koala Beatcast on the channel. We have 2 live sessions of him on the 2 live session, And now he's making some crazy thing too. He's animating some yoga and some meditation, making live music with the people on the class. So it's really great. Yeah, Omar, it's a genius because he's always searching some experience and
Yeah,
making new thing from the application. So
yeah,
yeah, Omar
yeah.
Soriano, guys, if you want to check that, he have a YouTube
Now,
channel. Is writing like that. It's really great still. Yeah, it's a granular style. Yeah, it's
yeah,
what he
yeah,
make.
yeah. I think he wins in terms of like weird things that he's made Koala do, and yeah, it's really cool and also very musical. So yeah,
Yeah,
I mean like
yeah, sorry.
definitely, yeah, I mean definitely like there's been a lot of like very interesting uses of Koala now.
No,
Yeah.
man, this guy, it's a cool, so a genius, and he use the Case Macmillan controller, the QNO
All right.
Neo
Yeah.
QNeo.
Cuneo. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy because he have all the a lot of parameter on everything on
Mm.
touch. Really great. Okay, let's go. Shout out to Omar Soriano. Facebook, have you ever thought of adding a type jar to Koala? Maybe dressed as some eucalyptus leaves. Koala is the only app I've used that I felt I never paid enough for.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's really nice of you. I think the thing that I always say is like like I don't know if your Patreon's working at the moment, Remy, but like send all the tips to the community, like to Remy because he's like running the community and stuff, and also like I think in terms of like yeah, I'd rather offer you something to buy than than to have tip jar. So and like there's some like vague plans of that. So there'll be ways of spending more money. Yeah, hopefully. Yeah, it's got to do a lot of work first. But yeah.
So, a question personal from Larry Diamond. What advice do you have? Wheat, beer, cognac, mushroom, woman, men, go gay.
I mean, they all sound good.
You put the whole packet. So, have you advice? Some
Yeah.
advice.
Yeah. I mean, I never really been like a massive weed smoker. It just puts me to sleep basically. But yeah, I guess I'm British, so yeah, the booze, and
Yeah,
yeah,
the
and
pint.
women.
Oh, the women. Okay. What's the feature of Koala that you spend most time on that gets the least attention?
Like all of them, like
Ah, Pete is precious.
it's
Yeah.
like I think it's quite funny in on Android if you like save a file and it asks you what file name you want to save it as, all the writing looks really weird, and I've spent hours trying to get the right. It's like it should be trivial, but yeah, there's so many things like that, just like little little things. Also, there's the Easter egg in Koala that I worked quite a lot on. That well, no one gets any attention because no one knows about it. It's hidden. Anyway,
Careful. Okay, bro. Switching sample pad and have the option to keep it in sequence.
sorry, could you repeat it?
Yeah, switching. I see. It's better maybe. Switching sample pad and have the option to keep it in sequence.
Switching sample
Sorry, you.
pads. Switching sample pads.
It's not. It's my eyes. Chaos. Chaos.
Yeah. So what this is about moving a pad and then the sequence moves with the pad. I would say like the problem with that is like, what if you want to replace the pad with another sound? So you want to try and like let's say you want to change the snare drum sound. So like the default action should be change let's say if you've got a pattern and you want to change the drum sound, that's the main use for like swapping a sample. They're like the secondary use is like move a sample on the grid and then have the the number on a sequence move. And I think like you can do it just by dragging it in the sequence. So it's not like mega important unless there's like a thing that you keep having to do like often. I see it would be useful, but it's not like really useful, and I don't want to like put too much blocking in the way of people just trying to use, sort of quite basic features of Koala. I hope that makes sense.
Great.
I get.
Yeah, you know what I may do sometimes? I make the structure and I change the sample on the pad,
Mm-hmm.
and so I really prefer that way because you can only switch your pad and you have your sequences. So same, you can make template, for example. You can start having your template with your house beat, your thing, and only have to change your samples. Everybody have their own way. Mhm. So yeah. Porting it. Okay. So yeah, Larry. Okay, great. More question, guys, because we have a 1 hour and 20 minutes, and it was about 1 hour and 30. Yeah, I love the tempo delay too. I'm a big fan of tempo delay. Um, yeah, other question. It was from Benjamin. I remember it was really, really bad because it was say if you are ready the new effect in 1 year. It was like that the question. It was exactly. I don't remember when he put it, but yeah, he put see if the new effect you are working on is going to be ready this year or something like that. It was the question.
Mm.
Yeah. Will most of the new feature you are working on currently be ready this year?
I hope so.
Benjamin said.
Yeah, yeah,
Finger
yeah.
crossed.
Hopefully, as soon as I can do them. Yeah, as soon as I can get them out the door. Um, I don't. I haven't really got any timelines that go beyond like a few months. I guess everything takes longer than
Yeah,
you expect to.
yeah, it's like that, guys. So yeah. Uh this MA, Marek, is more or less, what we made every 6 months now, because every
Mm.
6 months we try to keep the community tuned to the new feature. And tonight to today, depending on where you are in the world, it was more for celebrate, the 4,000
Hello, Remy. Uh, uh, is anyone there? Uh-oh. That's a good question. Hmm. Can anyone hear me? Pete, can you hear me? Because I can see your messages coming in. Um. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Okay. I can see some questions coming in. I think they're on the YouTube. I thought. Yeah. Pete just asked. Can I click on it and make it? Will Koala ever be complete, or is it likely to evolve forever? So at the moment, like I just keep working on it and keep adding. I wonder if in like 20 years, and I'm like walking around with a walking stick, that I'm just still adding new features. I sort of I hope not. And I guess there's only one sort of there's only so much you can add before it sort of explodes. Maybe but yeah, maybe it will never be complete. Maybe someone else will take over when I die or something. I don't know. Um, hmm. Another question, please. Okay. We still got a little while. Okay. Pete's got another question. Do you think it's worth setting an endpoint so that you can move on? It's quite depressing. I have set like endpoints. The first one was 3 months. That after I released it, the next was 1 year, the next was 2 years, the next was 3 years, and just past the 3 years. So, um, yeah, I'm still going. I think what would be cool is if I could work out a way to sort of do half part time or something like that. But yeah, maybe that will come. But yeah, thanks for the psychological support. There's another question from Benjamin again. Have you ever thought about making your own drum machine? Yeah, like I've got it's a bit of a mess. I don't know if I can show, but like hardware wise, I've got this Eurorec thing that I've been making for several years, and that's got like it's got it can definitely do a drum machine in there. Yes, it's sort of quite fun, but I don't really make music anymore, so you know. Then, yeah, like maybe a software drum machine might be quite cool. I did make the Bauble FM drum machine. Hey, Remy, how's it going?
Great on you.
Yeah.
So you were speaking about the bubble.
Yeah, just mentioning I made this drum machine called Bauble, which was like an FM drum machine. I did make an AUV3 version of it, but basically I there's some problems with it, and I didn't think it sounded that good, so I've sort of canned it for now. Maybe I'll come back to it. I would also like to do, like, there's this thing called modal synthesis, which is kind of like synthesizing gongs and other percussion stuff or whatever, and it sounds really cool. I would like to make a drum machine with that, maybe one day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I tried a little bit bubble, and it was great for the kick. For example, I really loved the kick for making the kick on it, and I'm pretty sure for the people who love use synthesis for making drums, it's really a great app. So yeah. Will it be possible in the future to export from Android in ALP? I don't know what is ALP, but for now, it's only possible on iOS. Thanks in advance.
That's because Ableton only give me a library for iOS. They don't support Android. So, and it says that I'm not allowed to reverse engineer. I've signed a contract that says I'm not allowed to reverse engineer that part of their system. So I would be breaking my contract, which would be really bad. So I'm not going to do it. But if they ever support Android, you'll get it straight away. But they don't at the moment.
Okay, great. Other question from Morbid Mind B. Do you make music?
I used to make a bit of music. I never really sort of released any electronic music, but I've been in like bands with guitars and stuff. I like what I do now is I play the piano quite a lot. I can't really read music, so I just play, and I can sit down at the piano for like half an hour, and just play, and that's my music therapy. So I'd say that's what I like. I like playing with Koala for like 5 minutes. Like sometimes I'm working on a feature and I get into it and like just my test rhythm starts sounding really good, and then I'm like 20 minutes later I'm still playing with it. But I don't make any serious electronic music.
We want the Marek piano mixtape, Larry said.
yeah, I was thinking to make some samples. Actually, that could be quite cool because I've got the Fender Rhodes as well. I could like do nice things, or whatever. Probably have to get the piano tuned because it's a bit honky tonk right now. So yeah, we'll see.
Question from Boom Clap. How or what can make Koala be more rentable for you? Like more samurai sales for sure, but it's maybe not enough. And how can we helping you?
I've got a sort of solution that's coming. It's nothing to do with subscriptions or anything. It's just more things that I can sell. So hopefully, yeah, that will help. But I mean, to be honest, it's not so bad. It works out. But
we speak about that. No, if the people want to helping you, they can use the 5-star. No, if they put the 5-star on the store around the world, is helping a lot. No, the small company to have more exposure. No, on the Apple Store and Play Store. Is they want to start helping in a way? No.
Yeah, sure. I guess it doesn't. I guess it doesn't help nearly as much as like what most people in the community are already doing, which is like using it and showing people they're used. I think that's the powerful thing or whatever. But like obviously, yeah, good reviews are like excellent.
Yeah.
But like already what people are doing and participating in a community, that's like I think that's like a really powerful thing. And when people find the Facebook group, they're like, "Whoa, it's amazing!" It's like there's a lot of stuff going on. So
Hmm.
yeah,
So yeah, yeah. Thanks,
really,
boom clap for you.
thank you.
Thanks. Thomas, maybe the last question, Marek. I have a question. Will be per pad FX. I want FX per pad.
Mhm. So I would say the thing is like right now you've got Koala and there's like one set of effects. So it doesn't like make your CPU go crazy because you can only have one set of effects. But if you had all of those effects on every pad, your iPhone would definitely explode. Like it would just burn up into a very small shriveled cinder. So like how do you deal with that? Like can you just have one effect on the thing? But even that, like Koala's got 16 effects. If you had 64 effects, that's like a huge like it could Koala could slow down to a halt. And then I would just get loads of emails saying like, you know, Koala's like, clicking and popping because
Yeah,
I want an effect on every pad. And then it could be like, oh, okay,
too
you can
much.
have 16 pads and you can spread them throughout all the different pads. And then people were like, I want more effects. I can't win. I can't win.
Yeah,
Uh,
but one more time, Marek, you can use it, and when you use AUV3, when you use the audio effect,
also, I
you
do also
can.
do have a bit of a. It's not a solution, but it will make the problem a little bit less bad.
Mhm,
That's coming soon.
mhm. Well, yeah, I was introduced by the to Koala by the charity Audio Active in Brighton. Reach out to the charity; you will be amazed by what these kids are doing with Koala, and this is the goal, Larry. It's
Yeah,
excellent. I
yeah.
love to see that. Mhm.
That would be really nice. I have actually spoken to people in Audio Active, and it's been I've had a few like communication issues, we'll say. But yeah, I'm definitely as in I think I messaged them, they didn't message back. They messaged me, I didn't message back. But get in touch, please do.
Mhm. Yeah, Larry Diamond is a great rapper. So it's a really,
Hmm.
really great rapper. Yeah. Someone say just resamp instead of FX per pads, but yeah, he have his reason for
Hmm.
asking that. So for now, the way is using only the AUV3 option. Yeah, more question, guys, because yeah, the aim is at the end. So guys, one more question for Marek, please, guys. Remember, you can
Make
ask on
it
the
a long
chat.
one.
Yeah, and Facebook, I can't see your name, bro. But the reason why I say Facebook user, because you have to register your name on StreamYard on Facebook to have your thing. Okay. Uh, Definitely, the idea is that Marek, to be in contact with the community uh, and giving you the feedback from them too, because it's like that. Now working with the feedback of the people and with your idea at the same time, I think it's really important. And he say, what's about FX per group pad? Last question from Boom Clap. What's about FX per group pad, Marek?
Well, there isn't any groups. There's definitely
Like Chuck, no? Like the Chuck group, no? Maybe. I don't know.
yeah, that's a possibility, but the problem is the choke groups are like you might not want to be restricted by that, by the fact that they're in a choke group. So you
Uh-huh.
kind of want like an effects group, but then that's complicated. Like it's like, oh, what things in which effects group and which things in which choke group and stuff. So you could do it with by bank, but then the problem with bank is like maybe you don't want to separate your pads like that, and maybe you do like you have like a snare drum on bank A, which is where your drum kit, and then you want I don't know the vocal which is on pad B, and you want them both to go in the reverb or something like that, and it's yeah, it's a little bit annoying like that. But I have like one sort of solution, but it's not going to be like it's not like a bloody like a mixer in Ableton or something like that. But it's a bit better than the situation now, and I think yeah, everyone's been desperate for some way to have, a more door-like experience. I think just
Yeah,
this tiny change that I'm going to make will make it a little bit better, and it will be very easy to operate.
definitely. Thanks, Thomas. Both of you is doing an excellent job. Thanks,
Yeah,
Thomas. It's a pleasure to read that, bro.
thanks, man.
Yeah, we're trying. We're trying. Yeah, on Android, can you export the Ableton beta? I already tried, but Ableton didn't react. Maybe on beta issues when we be the beta time finished. Yeah, yeah,
I
Marek.
can answer that. Yeah, so no one's reported anything before with problems. One person reported a problem, and I fixed it. But like basically, thank you very much for reporting. Please send me an email. I mean, a message. If you go to koalasampler.com and send me a message, then I can find out what went wrong and then fix it. That's why it's still in the beta, because I haven't had any feedback. So please, if you have a problem with it, send me a message, and that will help me make it come out of beta.
So we won the world match. Benjamin, I will prepare that for you if you want, bro. We can make it. We can make it. I
Yeah.
have a iPhone case
Amazing.
on the beat maker store, bro. So go to grab
Uh,
your.
I want the his and hers matching bathrobes. Yeah, that sounds amazing.
Okay.
Thanks.
So yeah, I think it's the word of the hand. Yeah, that like, but don't lose the koala spirit.
Yeah,
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 is
exactly.
the idea what make. Marek, I love to look the zoom level and sample selection area to quickly find new shop at the same size. Do you think this will be possible somewhere down the line? We never know, do we?
Yeah, maybe it's a bit difficult. I agree. There's problems with the sample, the way you select like areas of samples on Koala, but like there's just very little to play with on the screen. It's like such a small area of sample. So yeah, I don't know. Maybe there could be some sort of hidden gesture or something like that. But yeah,
We never know. We never know.
think me about it
Yeah,
in a couple of
yeah.
months when I'm through.
If I'm going to ask more, people are going to ask you more for future, Marek.
Yeah,
It's what is happened when it's a good thing. People want always more because
mm,
they think, oh, it was good. It can be better. So yeah,
mm,
it's
mm.
always that. So thanks, guys. I hope Marek answered all your question. If you have
Yeah,
more question, ask on the Discord or on
please.
the Facebook group. You have the wish list too. You have the link of the survey still here. Huh? I don't know if the link worked, but
No,
the
it's
survey.
closed now. I've closed because it was a competition. So I've closed it now.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to do it every year or every 6 months or something, because it seems to be like, I mean, in a year there's going to be a lot of, it's going to be all different. So
Yeah.
hopefully, in a good way.
Thanks. Okay. Okay, Benjamin. I will. Then I hope. Okay. Great to have you. Well, people are satisfied and happy, Marek. It
Nice.
was the goal.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Marek, to
Thank
taking
you,
your
Randy.
time.
Thanks everyone as well for watching, and yeah, thanks for grilling me.
No, man,
Yeah, it's
it's a
good
pleasure.
fun.
It's a pleasure and an honor. So really excited to show the new feature coming soon. Really excited about that. Thanks all
Yeah,
the people on the chat. Thanks Micromantis. Thanks Boom Clap, Benjamin, and Too Heavy, and all the people who was there tonight.
nice.
Yeah. Remember, on Koala Bicas, we have the flip challenge on Friday. This week is two sample because sometimes people are complaining about one sample and they didn't like it. This week it's two sample. So you
Okay,
don't have excuse. If you don't like, yeah, you can't hate the two sample. But yeah, we have two for the people. So remember, guys, you can send your bid before the Friday show.
nice.
Thanks, everybody. See you
Yeah,
on
thank
the
you.
next Koala Bitcast. Thanks,
Awesome.
Marek. Have a
Take
nice
care.
day.
Yeah, you too. You too.
Thanks,
All right.
Marek. See
Catch you
you.
later.
Bye.
Okay.